Hey y'all, hey. Thank y'all for being here. Of course, y'all know this is our interview with the one and only 7 Mile Radio. Thank you guys for being in the chat. Please don't forget to hit the like button for me, all right? Well, let's go ahead and welcome our guest to the show. The interview, of course, you guys know is going to be about Naziah. We've been talking about it here for quite some time. Let me go ahead and welcome our guest, Mr. Mark Andrew, aka 7 Mile Radio. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, man? Mark DeAndre is the name.
DeAndre,
Yep,
I'm
Mark
sorry.
DeAndre. Yeah,
Yes, thank you for being here. I appreciate you doing this interview
no
today.
problem, no problem.
All right. Let's get into it. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself so our guests that are watching will know exactly who you are and what you're doing?
Well, I'm a citizen journalist, podcast host, media mogul, if you want to say that. I went through broadcast school, so I do a lot of different things from music production to video editing, a lot of different things. Everything media, basically, except DJing. That's the only one thing that I haven't tackled yet. But photography, videography, radio, TV broadcasting, web and graphic design. I built my own website, made my own logo. So pretty much everything that 7 Mile Radio does is what I do.
That's what's up. Sound like you
Mhm.
into a lot.
Yeah, a whole lot. I mean, and a whole lot more on top of that outside of 7 Mile Radio. But yeah, that's pretty much what the gist of it is. You know what I mean?
Okay, and you have a YouTube channel as well, right?
Yep, 7 Mile Radio is the YouTube channel.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, let's get into this interview. We're here to talk about the Naziah case. This is something that became near and dear to me. When I started reading up on it, I was like, oh, dang. So, of course, we had to get somebody who's from Detroit, where this
Right.
situation went down. And I know you well versed on this topic. So I said you would be the greatest person to get on my platform to talk about it and help educate us on some of the things that we don't know about that we've been kind of trying to find out about.
Right,
So,
right.
of course, we know Naziah went missing January 9th, 2020, right?
Right.
Of course, we know Jarvis Butts is being charged for her unaliving. And that situation, that shit broke my heart. I ain't even gonna hold you. When I
Man,
saw him, I said, how the fuck did he get out from the last time that he was locked up? That's what I
that's
didn't understand.
that's what as that detail was uncovered, that was a lot of people's questions. You know what I mean? Not only that, with him being a registered sex offender, who would be in a relationship with him, right? And then knowing that this person knew that they were in a relationship with a registered sex offender, you decided to have children with this person, with these people. You know what I mean? Or knowing that the family knew that he was a registered sex offender, seeing like the grandmother, and she knows that she's not supposed to have a registered sex offender around the foster kids that she
Right.
was, taking care of. So it's a lot of questions, but again, you asking we are people who wouldn't do things like that, right? So you
Right.
asking, like, I like to explain why a crackhead smokes crack for the first time, right? If you don't smoke crack, you can't explain it. You're not a person that's wired like that, you know what I mean? So you can't explain why they do the things that they do. So
Right. Okay. Now, wasn't Ebony, didn't have the Ebony alert? Was that put out for her?
no Ebony alert, no Amber alert, because as we all know, that when it first came out, the family reported her as a runaway. So DPD here in the city, they don't take it, to make a long story short, they don't take it as serious as if it was a missing person, right? It was been an immediate response if it was a missing person, right? Like how per se, when a carjacking happens and a baby is in the back seat, boom, it's an Amber alert for that, right? Because that's a missing person, as opposed to a runaway, where this is a frequented thing, right? Sometimes these teens run away and they come back, run away, come back. So the police feel like you're exhausting our resources every time these kids run away, when it's really a reason at home why they're running away. You know what I'm saying? Or greater than that, they're coming back, right? They're not. It's not a need for that kind of response for the authorities to get involved when they're just around the corner doing something that they don't need to be doing, and you just want to in a different kind of way. So.
That's weird that they would list her as a runaway when the grandmother and the aunt, didn't they say at the preliminary hearing that she's never ran away, that they've never had an issue with her like that? So wouldn't it have been in the, I guess, court's eyes that she may have been just missing versus running away?
Well, that wasn't what was said in the beginning, right? In the beginning, right? As was explained to me, the Auntie Shannon when it first happened, she said, "Oh, well, she probably just out. She fast. She probably just out fucking."
I heard
Right.
about it. Mm-hmm.
So that was the thing. Like they didn't take it serious because they had something to do with it. I'll just say it like that. But that was part of the cover up for them. That was part of the cover up for them to say, "Oh, well, yeah, she was just out, being fast." But why say that? But then when the police ask you, has she ran away before? Say no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Of all the things in the videos that I've seen and the stuff that I dug up, I have said I feel like Annette and Shannon have something to do with this.
I mean, that's been the part of the narrative since he came out. You know what I mean? And then to know that they are all pedophiles themselves, as far as the history that they have with their own family members.
Mm-hmm. So now tell me about what you know, because what I dug up was that Annette has 7 kids, right?
Yes, I believe. Yep.
Okay, so she has 7 kids. All 7 ran away.
I don't believe all 7 of them ran away, but in some way, shape, form, or fashion, they probably left the house for some reason in some kind of way. Like it may have been some abuse and they left. She may have kicked them out. I don't know the details and the stories on all of her kids, but I do know
she was married to this man named Charles, right?
Charles, right? I was about to say I do know a detail about her nieces, though. Some nieces that I believe was living with her, who came to her and alleged that Charles was trying to engage with them sexually inappropriately, right? And Annette supposedly said, "Why don't you just let him do what he want to do?" And that's where they ran away from the house. What? And that's what prompted a CPS investigation in the beginning for Annette. That was in the first episode, which was the title 40 Years of CPS. If you go look on my Facebook profile. Yeah, that was the very first episode. And that was the story of, where I opened up, to let everybody know the climate of the household and what was going on in the family for years. The failure of CPS, because that was the highlight of it as it was brought to me. Because again, this was something that a member of the family who I went to high school with, was a high school friend of mine, Janelle, if y'all have seen her in other interviews, right? That was the person that initially came to me with the story. And after I touched the story and put it on social media, that's when it really blew up, because the family began to call in. Like I just said, when I told the story on 40 Years of CPS, then everybody wanted to know more. So then on part 2, after I told the story, that's what I believe prompted Shannon herself to call in and say the things that she said. And then that's when Roxy entered the chat, right? And then the rest is history.
Yeah, I saw it. That was crazy. I was like, why is she just sitting in the chat and not trying to call and come up? And
she was she was waiting her chance to call, you know what I mean? And then, after Shannon came in and said what she said, it was, the fire was lit up under Roxy, and that's what started that.
I feel like it was pointless for Shannon to come up, because I don't feel like she was open to answer questions that people were asking her, because I felt like she was trying to still hide stuff. That's what it kind of felt like to me.
Absolutely. I mean, she wasn't about to try to answer them hard questions, the real questions.
Wow. Now, I was reading too where they said that it was about 7 to 10 reports in that for Annette and what was going on in that house through like CPS or to CPS.
Yeah, it was from what I understand. Yeah, there were CPS investigations on Annette all throughout those years prior to Neziah coming up missing.
So how
now, what they were, I don't know exactly. What you say?
How's she able to still have foster kids if there are all these reports?
You'd have to ask the state of Michigan for that answer.
That's crazy.
Failure in the system, maybe.
Do you feel like any of the children that she have now through foster care that they could be in a situation where they're touched?
I don't know, right? Because the head pedophile in charge is in custody. So, I don't know what other men they may be dealing with, since seeing that they are them type of people. And and Annette was married to Charles, who was one, and Marquita and Shannon, dealt with Jarvis. So, who knows? They may find another one. I mean, it was even alleged that Shannon was sleeping with the pastor. Shannon slept with a pastor. Shannon slept with Jarvis, allegedly. Shannon said that Shannon came home from work one day and caught Jarvis in the room with her mom, and the door was locked, and they were supposedly painting the room.
I talked about that the other day.
And he was painting some walls, all right, but it wasn't the one.
Oh my But you know what? What else was it that I heard? So did Makita, which is the twin, right? I want to get it right. Okay, Makita and Shannon were both dating Jarvis. Did they both date Jarvis?
So originally, as I was told, that it was originally Marquita that was talking to her Jarvis, and that's around the age of maybe 13, 14 when they first made contact. I don't know. You do the math on how older he is than both of them, and that you'll figure that out. Yeah. And then he supposedly, this is again the story that I was told, that he ran into Shannon on the bus and thought she was Marquita, and then that's how they ended up, kicking it and talking. And now 5 kids later, that's wild business.
Because he has a type. I was looking at some of these girls.
No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just going to get my bottle. I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, yeah. I was looking at these girls, these girlfriends, because damn, he got a bunch of them. I see about 20 girls.
Well, I ain't see all of the pictures of the women. I wasn't even trying to dig that far, but I mean, he supposedly got a bunch of kids. He supposedly got
deal with like 20 women, and according to Shannon, she know about all of them, including all the pregnancies that he's had with all the other women I saw.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, look at her. What was she gonna do? Leave him?
That would have been the best thing.
You know what I mean? What was she gonna do?
So do you feel like, and I was talking to my my followers here, I told them that I feel like whenever Jarvis would call and ask Shannon and Annette to have the girls to come and clean. Now he has sons, correct, with Shannon?
Yes, he has sons. Not only did he have sons, but there's photographs of men actually cleaning up around the shop. And I meant to post that on my podcast and talk about that a few days ago when I was live. But yeah, so it's like, what was you bringing? What did you, if you was allegedly having the girls to help you clean up at the shop, what was these other people up there doing?
See, I didn't know they had people cleaning. See, my question was, if you have sons, wouldn't you ask them first to come and clean up?
That was my next. I mean, but I went to the people that was outside the shop first, because apparently you had other grown men right around that could do that you were paying for, or maybe whatever you were giving them for that work. But under that, yeah, sons, right, that you had. Right. So what the fuck is the reason that you got the kids, the little girls? Mm-hmm. And then for them to know that he was a pedophile, and for them to allow him under the guise that he's taking them up there to come, like, are you stupid? You got to be stupid.
I feel like Shannon knew. I feel like she was offering the girls to Jarvis because that kept him close to her. You feel me? That's, I don't know, just plot twist. Plot twist.
I mean, and then she got jealous.
Come clean was like a code word for her to send the kids over there for him to do what he was doing. Is how I feel.
Yeah. And then did you hear the part about Jarvis allegedly, trying to have a threesome with Naziah and the 8-year-old?
I heard about that.
Yeah, so he's all kind of crazy.
What do you feel about King? What do you feel like his involvement is? Because I don't feel like a grown-ass man seeing young girls hanging around this shop did not notice something weird was going on when you see him going into a room with a young girl. Because it wasn't Marquita's daughter that saw Janiyah and Jarvis actually in the act?
I believe
daughter.
I believe so. Because that was the one that testified. That was the one that testified in the courtroom, right? The 9-year-old.
Because he tried her too, and she said, "No, take me home," right?
Yep.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, man, and keep that girl, man, in y'all prayers right now. You know what I mean? I don't want to say too much because I ain't got to pass on that, but yeah, just keep that girl.
I know she's traumatized. Right, she's got to be. She's got to be traumatized. You ain't got to tell me. I mean, I'm sure she's traumatized. Damn. Lord. So, what is the history on Naziah's mom? Because I don't want to misquote it. I heard that she may have been on drugs or something, which is why she was away.
Yeah. That was part of the reason why Naziah was in her mother's care, and was in her grandmother's care in the first place. Part of the reason, right? Outside of her father, and his reasoning. But yeah, she was on drugs and couldn't take care of her, right? And one would ask, right, seeing the history with her mother, where Charles she had allowed Charles to molest her.
Damn.
Right? What would, you know, bring her to the point of feeling like the Neziah was safe with her?
So was there nobody else in the family that could take Neziah versus just Annette?
I mean, that's that would be it. Or the first person that she felt like was safe with it. But then you got to think, you know, you're talking about a person that's on drugs, right? And this is how far her mind was away from her to consider her mother as the best option for her child. Even knowing what she's been through, right? When me and Roxy first made contact with Lady, that's her nickname, Lady, by the way. And we explained to her the details of, you know, because she asked us questions, right? And, you know, I'm honest, Roxy honest, so we explained to her, you know, the situation.
Shout out to Roxy too. Let me just say that because I've been watching her movie.
That's my motherfucking baby, dog. I love
Roxy. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been watching her. I've been watching from a distance, like she doing her damn thing out here.
Yeah. So the first thing out of Lady's mouth, she trembled, and she like she the shake that she gave after that, you know what I mean? Like you could just see it. She said, "This demon ass shit been happening to me all my life."
Wow. After she found out Neziah was
after she found out what was going on, and I mean the pain in this woman's body, like you can see it, and it was hard for me to, you know, to stand there with her.
So did she have constant contact with Neziah while she was with Annette?
I'm not sure, you know, what the how much contact she had with her, and you know how often, but yeah, probably not that much, I would imagine.
Now, did Neziah's brother at one point live with Annette?
Yes.
And he also ran away?
From my understanding, yes.
Do you think something was going on with him as well?
I don't think he was touched. Actually, I talked to him, and he, you know, he made it very adamantly clear to me that he was never touched. And you know, he explained to me one incident where he actually confronted Jarvis about Neziah, and I'll save that story for him to tell.
Because he's what, 18 now?
Mm-hmm.
And he has a child of his own, right?
Mm-hmm. Which he named after Neziah. I believe her name is Keziah.
Okay. See, that I didn't know. That's why I'm glad you're on here.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I wanted to make some notes because I don't leave nothing out because I've been studying now. I've been studying and following it. All right. Now don't Annette have a son as well? Is he in Ohio?
I'm not sure if he's in Ohio. I'm not sure where he is, but yes, I do believe she has a son.
I saw that as well.
And I heard some things about him too, but again, you know, I'll leave that for his story. You know, that's a story for him to tell.
I can respect that. Wow. So, do you think that charges will be brought up on Annette and as this case progresses? Because the trial will start March 7th, right?
Yep.
Do you think that that there will be any charges brought up on Annette and Shannon, being that they were in the home and they allowed Jarvis to come around knowing that he was a known pedophile?
Probably. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the actual charge may be, you know what I mean, but some sort of an accessory or accomplice or, you know, I don't know what the word might be, but yeah, they were part of the equation, definitely. And I feel like they will be recognized accordingly for that.
Oh, yeah, because I heard a few lies when they were on the stand.
Oh, my God.
I was sitting there like, that's a lie. That's another lie. I was like, hold up. And not one, you know what struck me? Not one time did I see Shannon shed not one tear, no emotion. She just sat there like, okay, I'm done with this. Are y'all done?
Yeah, the grandmother on the press conference, which they took down off of the DPD page.
That was fake as hell.
She didn't even share the tear then. The grandmother.
She looked like she was trying to fake cry at one point. And
she looked like she was trying to fake cry. That's what it's okay. You said a whole lot right there.
Like, wow. But the only person that I saw, which was so weird, that became emotional was Jarvis' sister. Because I think she knew that motherfucker did what he was doing. That's how I feel.
Or maybe not that she knew, but maybe she felt that so sorry about it.
That too.
Right. Or
That
maybe
too.
the fact that she knew the type of individual he was, and the fact that she's seen him with Naziah, and that she didn't insert herself accordingly, because now that she's some guilt on her, right?
I'm about to say guilt,
That she feels because of that. Now, I don't feel like she knew that he was doing something, but probably that she knew what type of dude her brother was, and just feel guilty about seeing her.
Because she said at the preliminary hearing that she saw Naziah getting in and out of his truck. My thing is, you knew your brother was already arrested for this prior and locked up. What, 10 years? Was it 10 years he was in jail?
Yeah, something like that. And I believe like the one that he got locked up for, when the family found out, he allegedly got his ass whooped within inches of his death. So yeah, he got his ass tore out the frame.
He got beat up again. Is that why he was limping and carrying on coming in court?
From what I understand, inside of my intel, inside of the jail, ain't nobody touched him yet. Right, that's just a lot of speculation, because he's that protected, right? And then they got him in the room. They got him in a place where other sex offenders there are. Other people that's done the same thing.
Right at home, then, huh?
He's at home. Yep, and they're probably playing with each other booties like they supposed to be.
Child, not the booty brownies. Hot damn. What was I gonna say? Okay, I was talking about Jarvis' sister, because did she help raise him? I'm hearing at some point. So I'm hearing the grandmother first started raising him, and then she kind of stepped in and became like a parental figure, because I know he had his first child at 13, right? By a grown woman.
That was alleged, yeah. Hold on one second, right? This is my son calling me. Hold on one second.
You good. Go ahead. You good. Y'all enjoying this interview, y'all please don't forget to hit the like button, because we're getting a whole lot of information on this case. Okay. He mad cool, ain't he? She's about the booty holes. Lord have mercy.
All right, I'm here.
Okay.
She's my oldest son, mom, trying to give me an update on this spelling bee.
All right, spelling bee. Okay.
Yeah,
you got just one?
No, I got two sons, 8 and a 2-year-old. He'll be 2 next month.
That's what's up. Okay, I got one son. My son is 9. All right, so let's proceed. All right, so Jarvis' sister, I saw where she was saying she was getting death threats as well after she did her testimony about Jarvis. And she's something about her daughter. She was afraid for her daughter, she and her daughter, because people were giving her death threats because of her, I guess, testimony or her relation to Jarvis. I think that's kind of effed up, because she seemed to be transparent in her testimony.
Yeah, when this was all going down, I don't forget what episode that I was on, but it was multiple people sending me, I believe, 2 of his sister's Facebook page, and it was like, man, put it on the screen, Mark. I'm like, no, right, because we're not about to attack this man's family. Right, people immediately wrong, because they probably had no clue. You know what I'm saying? They might be good people.
Right.
Didn't know what he was doing.
Crying. I was like, wow, she feeling this. I think more so because she knows, like I said, what he's capable of.
Yeah, not so that she knew what he did, but she just is just feeling fucked up. This is my brother that did this
again.
You know what I'm saying?
4-year-old. We're not going. 4-year-old that had what? Chlamydia or something like that.
Wait, you missed a key word. His own 4-year-old.
Now, I didn't know it was his own. I thought it was one of his girlfriend's daughters.
He gave his own daughter chlamydia.
The fuck? See, I didn't know it was his daughter. And was it an 8-year-old too that he violated too the first time? I think around the first time he got arrested.
I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure, but you might be right on that one. I mean, it's been so many of them. Like I done lost track over the time.
Do they know how many kids he's violated? Do they have
probably not. I mean, seeing is he's only been in prison for one, right? And then we got him back here now for this one. Now somebody's calling. See what I'm saying?
It's okay. Go ahead, because I know you're busy.
I'm not answering that because it's on the line. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's oof. The only difference between I think his case last time and the one now is because there's a death involved. Or are they still looking for Naziah?
See, she about to get. See, do you mind me cussing somebody out on your live?
Yeah, because I cuss people out all the time.
Okay, if she calls one more time, you're gonna get Mark D from East 7 Mile.
Yes, come through. I cuss people out too.
Because I get tired of people. I'm going to actually disable that feature on my pet because people call me like that. Like they just have no respect. I could be asleep. They'll call me. Am I missing? My kid is missing. Wake up. I'm like, come on. God damn.
So you get
but that's my fault because I make myself too accessible to people. It's completely my fault.
You get a lot of those calls from missing kids?
I mean, then since Naziah, right, since I blew this one open, like everybody feel like I'm Batman now and I can just solve every missing case. And then granted, right, I have actually rescued 3 other missing kids last year, right, or brought them back home. I mean, like I said, I do a lot. I got a, I have I'm having a brain fart. An exhibit in the Detroit Historical Museum from 2023 up until last year. It was like a year and a half. They had it in there. Had my own exhibit, 7 Mile Radio, about my journalism and my work. So yeah, I unsolved a lot of different stuff in the city, man. So this phone is still acting stupid.
That's what's up. All right. Damn, Jarvis, this shit is so. Now, what I was going to ask you about King, aka Cordell. Of course, you know, I saw when he's locked up again too. Was that like for a probation violation, or was that a connection to Naziah's case?
Yeah, that was something separate. I believe he was just being questioned.
Is there a reason why he said he didn't see Jarvis in the courtroom when he worked with him? That was weird. Huh.
Maybe because he just planned, you know, because he had a mask on and he's going to say, oh, well, I didn't recognize him because of the mask, right? I don't know. He's same reason why Annette said that she didn't see him, right?
But she looked right at him when she put her glasses on. Did you notice that? I was like, you put your glasses on and you were looking dead at him in the same direction he was sitting.
There's a Jarvis Butts. I don't know if it's one of his old pages that somebody signed into or somebody created a new page, but somebody got a video of him in court with the mask on with the caption, free him or something. He's so cute. I need him or some shit. You know what I mean? Somebody's still out there praising him. Yeah. So it has to be Shannon because she was the only one celebrating him on his birthday this past November.
And she still put money on his books too.
Still put money on his books.
And this nigga
maybe it's hush money though, because it's keeping him quiet because of what she did. Who knows?
I was going to ask you that because it's rumored that she may have been the person to unalive her, maybe out of jealousy, and he helped get rid of it.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, because you know how they said that he was what he Googled, what was it, red antifreeze or something like that. And, you know, that was supposed to be something that you can swallow as a birth control of some sort, I guess. And I don't know.
Now, what's up with this hotel, which is alleged that he was taking Naziah to?
Oh, boy.
Because I'm hearing there were all these cameras out there, but nobody saw her come out. They saw her going in the hotel, but not come out. So
yeah, and I actually see. Do I believe what?
Do you think that's where she was unalived?
It's a possibility. It's a strong possibility. It's a strong possibility because that's where the last place that she was seen alive. We don't know what he did, and I can't remember exactly the sequence of if they went to Ypsilanti first or then they went out to Clinton Township or however it went. But that was the last time she was seen alive. They seen him pulling up in the car with her, but didn't see her coming out.
What's so weird to me is the Rouge River when they're saying they found like clothes and like it looks like a sign of a struggle. What do you think may have happened there? That's what I was reading up on as well. They were saying when they went to around the Rouge River areas where they found the shoe, her clothes, I think the hoodie or something like that, which appeared to have been kind of tainted or whatever, or mildly destroyed because the grandmother said it was damn near new. It was, you know.
It wasn't the Rouge River. It wasn't the Rouge River that they found it by. And me and Roxy was the ones that actually found the shoes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had, so they was doing a search. I guess they got a tip of something being over in the area off of 7 Mile and Berg. That's on the west side, by Greater Grace Temple, I believe it is. And, you know, there's a little pond, a little stream behind it. So I guess they were searching by the water. But across 7 Mile, there's a golf course. You know what I mean? There's an abandoned golf clubhouse, right? So I was live. Actually, that was one of the last days, I believe, that I seen the father, Naziah's dad. He called me that morning. He said, man, they think they got a tip. They found a tip down here behind this church in the stream. And, the news told me to come out there, man. And this is, the dad really wanted me around for every kind of media engagement that he had at the time. So he said, man, I want you to come down there with me when they do the interview. So I jumped up out the bed and I flew down 8 Mile. He called me and he said, well, are they there? And they about to start the interview. So I still pulled up. So when I pulled up, all of the, everybody was there, all of the media, the fire, and everybody. So everybody know me. So I walked right up through the premises and everything. And I'm live on Facebook. So everything was being said like I'm a month. So they had like 9 different agencies, I believe, like 9 different. It wasn't just DPD. They had MSP. They had Wayne County Sheriff, like all kind of different agencies. 9 different agencies searching at the same time. And I'm live. And because of the conversation that was being had of the people around me, the police told me to shut my live down and go live somewhere else because it was too much conversation, like getting out to the public. Wow. They know I got a lot of people watching. So at the same time, people was in the comments telling me that Roxy was looking for me because she was somewhere else doing the search. So everybody was like, man, go find Roxy. Roxy wants you. Roxy wants you. So I shut my live down and I did exactly what they said. I shut my live down and I went live somewhere else. When I met up with Roxy and I went live and we looking through the wooded area near this abandoned golf club house and we see the 2 damn shoes. And I went live on the shoes. And then everybody went crazy on my live, like, "Oh my God, Mark, them look like her shoes." And I'm playing. I'm like, "Y'all, this is probably crackhead Amy's shoes and shit. These could be nobody's shoes. Like it's months later, right? These
the red, black, and white Nikes.
Yep, yeah, the red, black, and white shoes. Yep, the Dunks. So I'm like, yeah, man, these ain't like, come on, y'all. So I just as a precaution, I called the police. No, actually, I didn't call the police. They called me back. That's how it happened. They called me while I was live and said, "Hey, where are you with those shoes?" And I said, "Well, I'm right across the street from where I just was, where y'all told me to get the fuck on from." And I came over here and found the shoes. So all right, we'll be here in a minute. Me and Roxy sat there for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours waiting on them to come, and they never came. Right. So now because I went live on those shoes and all of the commotion about the shoes, now we got all of these other secondhand people running around trying to copy me. So this other guy went over there and went live on the shoes because they still hadn't went there and got them yet.
Wow.
He went over there.
He was clout chasing, trying to get you.
Now he's got people on Instagram because I don't use Instagram. So if I'd have been live on Instagram, everybody on Instagram would have known. But now he did that and got everybody thinking that he found the damn shoes and all of this other type of shit. So
wow, that's effed up. Wow. Well, damn. I'm lost for words. Like that's a lot. I'm lost for words. Damn, I'm very seldom am I lost for words. Everybody's watching me. Y'all know I'm very seldomly lost for words. That's a lot. So I know Naziah's dad, they're saying months ago he passed away, right?
He passed in July, like maybe 2 days before my birthday, ironically. Well,
okay, you July too. Okay, I'm a July Leo. Okay, you a Leo?
Yeah. When your birthday?
31st.
27th.
Okay. See, I knew the connection.
Right yep.
All right, cool. That's what's up. 2 Leos. All right, so let's continue. Can you tell me what other new things Roxy's doing for this Naziah thing? I see the rapper, what's his name? Skilla Baby. He's doing some stuff. I think for
So I guess whenever we get to the conclusion of maybe finding a body, right, to where we can have a funeral, he stepped in to say he'd pay for the funeral, and I believe he did that. I ain't gonna say I believe he did it for any reason, but hopefully one of the reasons he did it is just because he wanted, he got the heart to do it. But it was so much bullshit going back and forth between the family members, right? About raising money in regards to a memorial or a funeral and all of that. So, hopefully, maybe he caught wind of that and wanted to silence all of that shit because it was really because that's the same thing that I said on my live a couple of days ago. All of the people that played a part, all of the pieces that played a part in getting us to the point that we are now, where this man is in jail. Like all of these pieces are now where they were. I'll say, I ain't gonna say it like it's still currently because I did a lot. I feel like I did a lot to diffuse that, but we're at odds at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because of some bullshit that they have nothing to do with the end goal of what we were coming together for.
Right. So what, if anything, did Naziah's immediate family, like Annette, Shannon, the sister, any of them, have they done anything maybe for in her honor to
Absolutely
like
not.
memorialize her?
In fact, I mean, they probably would be the ones that are instrumental in being the ones that were taking the flyers down when we were out passing them out. Right when we put the memorial up, we had the balloon release and left things in the spot, which were right in the close proximity of the house where they live. They probably were the ones that took the shit down. So
What?
yes, because somebody did it. Somebody was taking the shit down. But as far as them contributing to anything, absolutely not. Nothing on this side of it. Like I
I'm
bought.
sure don't Shannon get money from the state with all them kids?
I'm
She
sure
don't
she
work,
does.
right?
I'm sure she does. But in what? How would she have contacted anybody on this side of anything to say, "Hey, we want to contribute"? People would have been up her ass.
Were they at the balloon release?
No, they were. Well, see, here's the thing. Someone told me that they seen their van at the balloon release, but no, as far as them being out and showing face, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And that's
Absolutely not.
your missing granddaughter and missing niece. Wow. Now I saw the pictures where Naziah's mother and brother was there. I did see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see pictures of Annette and them. That's why I asked, were they there?
No, they wasn't there at all. They wasn't there. If they was, they snuck and rolled through and didn't get out and show face at all. But yeah, I heard someone say that they seen the van there, but and the van that they see, the van that they said was them. I did see the van, but I don't know if that was them.
Maybe they rolled by to see. That is so fucked up. Damn. Maybe I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking that maybe they have a little bit of anger towards Naziah, maybe for this situation going down.
So here's the thing.
Maybe drawing attention to them and what was going on in the house.
Here's the thing. If Naziah had the baby that she was pregnant with, it would have blown the whole house up. They were in a damned if they do, damned if they don't situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because who is Naziah pregnant by at 14 years, 13 years old? Let's start right there. And as soon as they find out it's Jarvis, he would have been cooked either way, right? And then that would have cooked Annette. It would have been a domino effect. It would have cooked Annette. It would have cooked Shannon, right? So they had reason to cover all of this up or do it.
Damn. I thought about that shit too. Damn. Ugh. Now let's talk about these chains on the refrigerator because I saw this. That shit. I don't understand that. I've talked about it on my channel. I ain't never grew up in no environment.
I ain't never seen. Wow. And I had a real grandma. You hear me?
Me too.
I'm talking about a real grandma, and I ain't never seen not one chain on nothing, not a cabinet, not a refrigerator, not a door.
Same here.
Right. Now, I'm talking about house. I'm talking about house full of kids.
Yeah.
With a deep freeze and 2 refrigerators, and ain't man like you eat what the hell you want to eat in this house.
Same here.
Okay. You don't lock up all of the good food and then leave the spam and the bologna and the bullshit in there for the kids to eat. And you got all of them. You got the meatloaf. You got all of the good shit. Everything you cooked and shit.
All them refrigerators is my question. The one like 4 or 5 refrigerators.
From what I understand, from what Sierra told me, which was the niece,
I know about Sierra. She was touched
who was molested by Shannon. There was 2 refrigerators and 1 deep freezer.
I'm not understanding the change because what if the kids thirsty? You want to get some drink? So everything they want to eat.
So I'll put it to you simple like this: Annette's food was in the chained up refrigerator, the good food, the expensive food that she actually cared about. The bullshit was in the refrigerator that was open that kids can, like spam and crackers and peanut butter and jelly and stuff like that was in that refrigerator. But all of the actual food per se, like you put it in the microwave and
right. That's the crazy shit though, because you get food stamps for those children, which is for the children to eat, right? So why are you buying food for you to put into your refrigerator and giving them the bullshit? That's what I'm not getting.
Because she's neglectful. The same woman that would cuss you the hell out, right? For putting on the wrong coat and a carpet being folded on the floor. And
I saw that video.
Send you out the door.
I saw that video and right, and didn't tell the children, come on, let's pray.
The cursed prayer. That was the title of that episode. I talked about that.
But I saw her at the press conference. Oh, in the name of Jesus, I want my daughter back.
See, this is the reason why you don't want everybody praying for you.
Yeah.
Right. When people be on Facebook, send me some prayers and all of that. You don't want everybody, because everybody ain't praying to the same entity.
Wow. And Shannon just sitting back watching all this shit unfold and just happen. She's screaming at the kids like, I know they traumatized. Them kids gotta be traumatized.
Shit, it's a picture of Annette shopping.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that picture with the kids. She had some of the kids with her. Looked like she was in Walmart.
Yep. No, she was actually at Aldi's.
Is it Aldi's? It looked like Walmart. Yep. But okay. Damn. And you getting food stamps for the kids and they can't even eat.
Yep.
All them salty ass noodles and
buying shit to go put in the safe. That's what she went to go grocery shopping, to put shit in the safe, not in the refrigerator.
So has any of this stuff been reported?
As far as what?
As far as chains and stuff on the damn refrigerators.
So apparently that's not illegal, from what I understand.
Really? Why? Because the other one don't have a chain and they have access.
They have access to food. Yeah. See, but this is somebody who knows the system and knows how to weave around it, right? Because they've had 100,000 CPS investigations, so they know the ropes.
She must know somebody that works inside CPS as well.
Well, no, she just had that much experience with CPS.
Because she's been watching kids for years.
Yeah.
Now, tell me the story about a little girl who came, I want to say a niece that came over to the house, and Jarvis tried her. And she went back and reported it, and they said something about nothing was done, or they made her change her story or something to that effect.
Yeah, I believe it was a birthday party. I'm trying to remember all of the details all the way down, but it was a birthday party where Jarvis offered Nasiah and this girl $20 for oil. Right. And the girl went back and told her people, and it was something to lay on the lines of they gave the girl some money to not say something, or so, I can't remember. So, but yeah, it was some kind of a way it was disintegrated in some type of way.
8, 9 years old, right?
Yeah,
about that old. That's so fucked up. I don't know. These people are crazy,
man. Like I said, one of my titles was Jarvis and the Family Sex Harvest. I said that he had found a family that he can basically create his own sex slaves with. You know what I'm saying? It was like child sex harvesting, or I said it was like the family business.
Procreating victims. That's what I was talking about the other day.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about the other day. Damn.
Yep.
And I feel like Shannon was passing the kids off on like a little silver platter, and I still stand behind it. I feel like "come clean the shop" was code word for send Nasiah over, because he could, especially people cleaning.
You could do that. It could be.
Come clean is code word, and then it got to the point where they said Nasiah was asking, "Do Uncle Jarvis need me to come and clean?" Like, and then they were saying she didn't have a phone, but then there's pictures of her with a phone. It's weird.
Yeah, and that was another thing that they said in the beginning, that she didn't have a phone. She didn't have a phone, but then her phone kept turning on and turning off, turning on, turning off, and it pinged back to the house. This was something in the beginning that's coming back to me now. It pinged back to the house, and when the police went over there and searched, they found the phone, and Shannon was like, "Oh, well, yeah, this is the phone that I took." And then they took the damn phone from her. Yeah. So why you got Nasiah's phone, turn it on, turn it off, you know?
And she
one of the phones that she used.
I know Shannon was saying she had her password because she said something about she put the password in, and that's when she saw these messages when Nasiah was messaging Jarvis. Do you remember that?
That is her theory for how she found out, allegedly.
I don't believe that either.
That's her right, admitting that she knew, but she's lying about how she found out.
Just like she lied about how old she was when she started messing with Jarvis. Because I'm hearing she said she telling everybody I was 19 and he told me to, but I'm hearing she was 16. Mm-hmm. And she didn't want to say she was 16 because she knew she would have been a minor.
And the thing about it is, what's the chances of her not knowing that her sister was dealing with this motherfucker first?
Right.
That's right. And do you think she cared? Probably not.
Is she slow? I'm not trying to be mean. Is she slow? Is something wrong with her? Like mental? Is she kind of slow?
Yeah, they look like Bebop and Rocksteady, so I would imagine so.
I can't. Not Bebop and Rocksteady.
It's like two fucking Boston baked beans. Yeah, I don't know what they got.
When I first saw them, what brought to my mind was the Clumps. I said, this shit looked like another episode of the Clumps.
Yeah, that's what we call them in the city. That's Bebop, Rocksteady, and Master Splinter. That's Master Splinter. Yeah, that's Annette. She was looking like a dusty ass rat in a broke. Yeah, she looked stressed the hell out.
Ooh,
and she should though.
When we talking about stressed out, I'm sorry, I'm crying over here. That shit funny. All right, so let's go back. They laughing in the chat.
Shit, they laughing in the chat.
Bro. Okay. So let's go back. Let's go back to when Naziah went missing. Do you feel that it's strange as hell that when
Annette said she came whatever you're about to ask, yes, but continue.
You know where I'm going with this. When Annette came back home to say that she just picked up the kids from school, and she said Shannon came to the door and asked, did Naziah come home yet? She said no. And Shannon said, do you want me to call the police? And she told Shannon, no, we'll do it in the morning. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah, we'll do it in the morning. We'll sleep on it.
Who waits till in the morning? First of all, how can you sleep? How can you sleep when your 13-year-old grandbaby, mind you, she went missing in January, so I know it's cold in Detroit, right? Y'all get snow?
Yes.
I'm thinking about all these scenarios. This happened in January. It's cold as fuck outside, so you going to bed. You ain't going to look for her. I would have been driving till my fucking gas ran out. If it was my child, I can't sleep. I don't want to sleep. So
I don't know that they participated in not one search, right? I believe I may have not. I'm not going to say this, but I was the spearhead of the public searches, right? The searches amongst the public, right? DPD probably was doing their thing and whatnot. I don't know if any of the family members that even informed me was doing too much of a search, right? Because at the time, the people that told me didn't even want to be seen. They didn't even want to be the face of the situation, right? Because
don't sit.
It did, right? So the reason why I feel like it now understanding the dynamic of the whole situation, I believe that it was part of not wanting to be attacked by the family. You know what I mean? But why would you give a fuck at that point? Why would you give a fuck?
It don't matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my theory. I'm gonna tell you my theory of why they waited. I feel like they knew that Jarvis did something to Naziah after they found out she was pregnant, and I feel like the reason they waited, what was it, 24 hours to say something, was because they were giving him time to get rid of her. Had they reported it then, it would have went back to Jarvis, which then it would have went back to them. Just plot twist. So I feel like they waited until the next day, which gave Jarvis, which he probably contacted him, say it's done. Maybe like a code or something that they may have had between the two of them. I'm just saying, worst case scenario.
So I'm gonna throw something else out there. Another angle that came out that a lot of people are not talking about right now, right? Naziah had a fight to where actually Shannon actually took her to the school to fight this girl, right? And Naziah was supposed to end up going to court, I believe, like the week after she came up missing, right? So
my same girl that they said that Miss Annette wouldn't let Naziah be in after school no more because of that.
Possibly. Okay. I don't know if I heard about that, but so she was supposed to go to court maybe a week after, something like that. And one thing that one of the commenters brought up was like, yeah, so or one of the callers I remember brought up, had she went to court and she was pregnant, the judge probably would have seen that and asked her, "Are you pregnant?"
Because she was showing.
She was showing, right? So that they probably trying to get rid of her before that court date, because that would have came out if it came out that she was pregnant. publicly on record, who are you pregnant by? That would have put pressure on the family too.
But I was seeing text messages, and they talked about this in court, with conversations between Naziah and Jarvis when she was asking him to go get a Plan B, when she told him that she was pregnant initially. In the text messages,
they was talking about Plan B. It's like they had done it before. Like, this is something like, you go get it this time.
I was about to say that. Like, this is the second time or another time that she may have been pregnant by him. And I feel like, and I told you, if she came to stay with Annette at 2, I feel like if Jarvis met her at 2, I feel like the abuse may have started then. I don't think he waited until Naziah was 13, 11, 12, 10, 9, 8. I don't think that. I feel like he started doing that shit because if you would touch a 4-year-old bitch, you would touch a 2-year-old.
He's playing with her like that all her life.
I feel like it probably started with the touching part, but as she got older, I feel like he became, I feel like it went further to where he maybe penetrated her by then. Let me put my trigger warning because we getting into some shit. Man. I want to make sure I don't want nobody to trigger child. Put out this trigger warning. Oh Lord. But I feel like what I was just saying now, I feel like that I feel like Shannon and Annette is in on it. I feel like they know more than they're telling. I feel like they lied on the stand. And I watched the judge when they were testifying. The judge even looked at them like, bitch, you fucking lying.
So I believe that she is basically giving them enough rope to hang themselves. To make a long story short, so that's what's happening with that. That's why I said, they'll be recognized accordingly for their participation in the whole equation, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like they waited, because even when Annette was testifying, she said that they waited. She said, so when did y'all report Naziah missing? She said the next day. The judge was looking like, what? The next day? I stand on the fact that I feel that they waited because they were waiting on Jarvis to maybe send them some type of cold text or something. Of course, you can't text and say, okay, she's unalive now.
Yeah, confirmation.
A message. Right. Confirmation to say that what we put together, the plan we put together is done. Because there's no fucking way this is your blood granddaughter and you don't have any emotion. You're removed from everything that's going on in terms of celebrating her, like the balloon release, like everything to do with her. You don't want nothing to do with it. You really don't want to cooperate.
Just completely absent and emotion.
No emotion. I've seen her not cry one time. No picture, no video. I'm just like, I feel like they were in on it. And I feel like she told Shannon, don't call, because if you call right now, that's gonna fuck up what I got going on. That's gonna, your kid's gonna be taken away. Our ass gonna be locked up with Jarvis. So don't say shit.
It was like I said, a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. They did too much, right? They allowed too much for too long, and they come to a point where they did some shit that they couldn't clean up.
But then Annette said that he never came in the house. I saw pictures of Jarvis in the house.
Pictures. I've seen videos of him in the house while she's dancing, right behind her.
Oh, he was behind her.
Yep.
Now, have you seen this other video I just saw come out? Because there's Justice for Naziah. I follow them now on Facebook. It's on there. The video is on there. Who is this other man that is behind Naziah when she's dancing?
Shit.
Then he pulled her back on his lap. Who is that?
That is Annette's brother, Eric.
He was giving pedo vibes. It was giving pedo vibes. I'm sorry. I said, shouldn't no young girl be because she was dancing then. And he reached up and he pulled her back on his lap, and then kissed her on the face. I could tell it was somebody she knew because she didn't look uncomfortable, but it was uncomfortable for me watching this shit while she was, on this shit here. And then he reached up and grabbed her and pulled her back. I was like,
well, he actually is a level 3 sex offender.
My spidey senses is on. I felt that. I told you he is giving pedo vibes when I saw the shit. I was like,
thing about it is, and that's something that's been flying around on social media for the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? I was contacted by someone, might as well say Sierra, real adamantly and emotional today, and asking me to tell people to, not take it down because he wasn't, he didn't touch nobody. He's not a pedophile, and he wasn't like that. He was actually one of the adults that was telling the kids to get out of the adults' faces and stuff like that. Now, I don't know what his his offense was against, like somebody in the family or outside of the family, or if he was, a stand-up citizen with the kids within the family, and just maybe had that one incident. I ain't gonna say maybe like it's a nothing, but she claims that she claimed, right, at level 3, she claims that he wasn't, like that. You know what I mean? So that's the thing.
The whole family is looking like it's a whole family photos, right? The whole damn family damn near.
Seem like it. I mean, I guess besides the ones that were abused.
Yikes.
But then, it's with it being such a trickle down effect, such a generational thing, we don't know how much they're affected. I just say it like that, to the point where hopefully they don't become the same monster that victimized them.
Yeah.
As the people who victimized them did, right?
Now tell me, what's the significance, and I had to write the word because I didn't want to say it wrong. Balfour Road. What's the significance with that in Neziah?
Balfour. I believe that is an area where someone that Neziah knows allegedly live. I'm trying to remember exactly.
And she asked Shannon about that.
And she was supposedly, I think it was said that she was going to one of the places that they thought that she was going to run away to, because there was somebody in that area that she knew. So yeah. But Balfour Outer Drive, if I'm not mistaken, now if I'm making the connections, I think that might be around the area where Jarvis lives.
I was about to ask you, was there a connection to Jarvis? Because
the girl, there's another girl that's been running around. I don't even want to bring her into the equation because she's such a nobody. But it was said that maybe she was somebody that Jarvis was dealing with, because she lives right around the corner from him, and she lives in that area as well. So that's probably the connection, that he stays in that area.
I knew it was a connection to Jarvis because when she was asking, and I feel like Shannon knew that whenever Neziah asked, where's Balfour Road or something, whatever she was asking her, whenever because Shannon mentioned it on the stand, and she said, I told her, you know where that is. Balfour is before something else she was saying, telling Neziah. So maybe,
yeah, I'm about to say, so maybe Neziah was asking Shannon because Neziah knew that's where Jarvis lived, and she was trying to ask Shannon basically where Jarvis lived, and then she returned by saying, you know where he lives.
Because she said Neziah, what she testified in court was that Neziah was asking because they were in school and they were trying to learn their surroundings, is what she said.
Yeah.
It didn't sound right, but
that's what she said in court?
Yeah. That's what she said on the stand at the preliminary hearing, because they asked her, what's this, what's the significance to the Balfour Road, something with a text that they showed her, and she said, Neziah contacted me, I think she said from school, and she said, Auntie or TT, where's Balfour Road and some other road, and she told her, you know where that is. It's something about where near the wine basket, and I think she said you've been there before, you know about that, and she said,
so yeah, that's again another case of, I believe, the judge just giving them enough rope to hang themselves. You know what I mean? Asking them questions to see what they answer, because she already knows the answer, talking about the judge.
And Shannon, I saw too, Shannon had quite a few phones, so she done got rid of some phones trying to get rid of evidence, I saw. Because when they were asking her, did you know this number? Oh, that's an old phone. Did you know this number? Oh yeah, that's an old phone. I don't have that phone no more. So it's given that you had some phones with some evidence, and you try to get rid of that and get a new phone, knowing that all this shit went over. Maybe when Neziah went missing, to say that, oh, this is my primary phone, not thinking that they were going to have the text messages already printed out, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I said, wow.
Yeah, the judge know what's going on. And that's part of the reason why I ain't watched the damn case, the hearings all the way through. I'm like, why do I need to watch this? My podcast is already all through the damn shit. You hear them talking about this. You hear about this on the podcast, but that's my podcast that they're talking about in the case.
Big ups to you on that. You getting a lot of push on that. That's good. That's good. Wow. I saw your video too with Sierra. Right. My heart kind of went out to her as well, because she sounded like she went through some shit too over there in that house.
She wanted to come back. Actually, her big sister was like, that night we talked to her sister, and she was charged up, and she wanted to do it, but now she's emotionally in a place where we don't know if she wants, going to be able to do it. But now Sierra is now charged up, and she wants to come back, especially because of this new picture that's been posted of the uncle. So, and by the way, the uncle, I believe he's actually from Ohio, right? And that's where the narrative of where, I don't know if you heard the angle of her possibly being in Ohio when it first happened. And they was like, well, maybe Lady took her to Ohio, and Lady was never in Ohio. But that's the reason why, is because of that uncle that stays down there, right? And he was recently in the Sierra told me that he was recently in a real bad car accident to where he had to be airlifted to the hospital. Right, so that's kind of why she was emotional about his picture being posted and spread right now on social media.
Do you know if Sierra's done any type of like counseling? I see they're asking that too.
I don't know. I will answer that though. I just talked to her, like I said, maybe moments before I got on this broadcast. I'll ask her when next time I talk to her.
Yeah, because that might be helpful, because that's a lot to carry. That's a lot to carry.
Absolutely, especially with all of this shit coming out. Her and Javari, like the brother, right? He needed. I recently got him a job, right? Because it was so much going back and forth about him on social media and asking for money here and there and whatnot to people. And, him and Roxy had a back and forth about the GoFundMe. So that was my read. That was part of my way of helping to solve that and diffuse that tension, was putting him with some, lining him up with some employment. I actually took him to work his first day. Woke up myself at 7 o'clock in the morning. Said, "Get your ass up. Let's go."
That's what's up. Yeah. Okay. Well, damn, that's good. That's good. What else did I want? We're gonna try to keep it to a little over an hour. Can you go another 20 minutes?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, let's do another 20 minutes. And I'm gonna let you go, because you're giving a lot of good information, stuff that I didn't even know. So I'm glad about that.
Yeah, I appreciate you and platforms like yours, man, because there's a lot of people that's out there that's spewing a lot of disrespect and a lot of ignorance, right? There's one platform out there out of Texas, and I ain't gonna say the name because I ain't about to pub them on your shit, but they out there saying that me and Roxy had something to do with it because we found the shoes. We planted the shoes.
What the hell? Roxy moved from Texas, I saw. Sold her house and moved from Texas back to what? Detroit?
Back to here, yep.
That's dedication.
Yep.
That's some dedication. I would like to talk to Roxy at some point too. To get some.
Yeah, I'll line her up with you, because like we got an allegiance and shit. We just it's certain people we ain't gonna talk to about shit. You know what I mean? Because we know that people out here clout chasing. We know it's other people that's out here that's really just wanting to understand. You know what I mean? And wanting to help raise awareness about desire. You know what I mean? In the right way.
I was the same way with Shanquilla. When that shit happened with Shanquilla, that's all I wanted to talk about. I was like, okay, I got my audience, and I know they're getting tired of hearing about this shit, so I'm gonna talk about other topics, but I'm gonna spin the block, and we're gonna still stay on this damn Shanquilla.
Man, listen, I'm a year in, man. I couldn't even have a birthday last July. I mean, I'm posting my birthday shit, and people, what's the update on Desire? I'm like, God damn, like I can't do nothing right now. And Desire that took over my page, and still to this day, you know what I mean? There's people that still ask, what's the update? What's going on with Desire? And I'm growing to get used to it, because there's more and more people finding out about it, right? And they just understand, and it's an emotionally charging story. You know what I mean? And when people find their way back to me, because I'm the nucleus of where a lot of the information came from, I can't be mad at it. You know what I mean?
But
it's frustrating
that's a great thing, because the way this situation went with Shanquilla, not to bring her into this because she doesn't have anything to do with this case, but the difference between Shanquilla's case is it's kind of died down. You really haven't heard no more about it. But this Nazaya case is like Nazaya, and that's good, because the more people are talking about it, the more she can stay in people's mouth. The more information can keep going out. The more people become educated about this case and what's going on with her. And I'm on.
Yeah, and I really feel like it's the details. Like, look, somebody else told you my phone do not stop ringing, and this is Facebook. It's the details of these this continually to come out, and as more people dig and find out more, it's just a snowball effect. The whole world I feel enraged about this next year, right? When it's all said and done, there's gonna be probably documentaries and a Lifetime, who knows what the fuck, right? But yeah, it's just that so many new people is finding out about it, and it's just touching story. It's just a lot of people is affected by it.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that she's really unalived? Or do you think that she is just maybe hiding somewhere because maybe she was scared? Maybe she may have been threatened by Annette and Shannon and them that if she opened her mouth that something was going to happen. This is just a plot twist. Do you think that she's still alive?
I hope she's still alive. The way that the police is talking from the outside and from the inside, the intel that I have, from the evidence, that they've already put out forth, and I guess what's to come.
Because she seemed to be a bright kid. I've been looking at videos of her. I'm like, she was 13, but she still appeared to have the essence of a child, right? But still had this little edge about her.
Yeah, this sinister thing going on within her life that it's just crazy, man. And it make you think, man. How many other kids is going through something similar? I mean, and just dealing with it and hiding it, and still presenting that innocence of a child to the world.
I just feel like she wanted to be loved, and I feel like she got into a situation.
That's all it was. That's all it was.
Pedo fool that he was, the way he was showing her, she felt like that was love because of the way it made her feel, but she didn't realize as a kid she was being taken advantage of, and then the people around her kind of promoted that behavior. And when she didn't see them kind of, I guess, checking that and keeping him out of her way, that maybe she felt like, maybe this is okay. Grandma ain't saying nothing. Shannon ain't saying nothing, And I've said before, I feel like Shannon was in competition with Naziah.
Yeah, Shannon, Annette even, right? Like both of them. And not only the competition, I'm texting somebody back, my bad. Yeah. Not only competition, right, but endangered. And she was a threat to their freedom at this point.
That's why I said, I don't know. I thought worst case scenario, maybe she was threatened. Maybe she's somewhere where nobody knows where she is until maybe she has this baby. And I don't know. I thought about a lot of stuff. I thought about a lot of stuff. I said, well, damn, is she really alive or is she not alive? Maybe she ran away somewhere to hide, to protect herself from this baby. Because what was she, about 4 or 5 months when she went missing?
I don't know exactly how far along pregnancy-wise she was. We don't know when the incident happened when she was impregnated. So I can't tell exactly. And then especially considering her frame, right? And the pictures that we've seen of her pregnant, she was covered in a way where we couldn't see her exact size of her belly.
But you can
she was
tell.
already a little girl. You could definitely tell.
You can tell.
There was a bubble in there. You can look at her face and tell. I
said it right here on my channel, and I said, why is it that whenever they asked Annette and Shannon at the preliminary hearing, did you guys see anything different with Naziah right before she passed? Did y'all see anything, that may have struck a chord or may have been a red flag to you guys? No, she was just Naziah. That was Annette. No, she was just Naziah. I didn't see anything. She was just Naziah. And I'm looking at pictures where this girl got on this coat with the hood on. Her face is full. Because pictures I saw previous where she was not pregnant, she was like this little skinny, little cute girl. But the pictures that I saw where she looked pregnant, her face was full, her nose was kind of, you know how a pregnant woman look.
Flared out a little bit.
Midsection area, she looked filled out. And I was just like, how the fuck y'all live in the same house with her and you don't see that? And I'm looking at a picture.
Well, they seen it, they knew it, right? And it was getting to the point where they couldn't hide it no more, and they had to do something about it. And what they did about it is what we're talking about here.
Yeah. This is crazy. This crazy. All right, so I'm gonna do one more question, then I'm gonna let you go. All right, so of course Jarvis is known on social media by J-Bo, is what he calls himself on there. This is how he get the women on there, J-Bo. So I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. And then he got his little picture up there. I was like, he even looked like a fucking pedo, maybe just because I know. But it's amazing to me. One of the girls that got up there and testified, she was his fiance. How are you the fiance when he's supposed to be in with Shannon? And then when I see you looking, she says she's the fiance. And she was taking him to court, and he would never park his car at her house. I'm like, these are all signs that says that he's got somebody else. He would park around the corner, blocks around the corner, and walk to her house. But then you've known him for 4 years. And then the other girlfriend with the short haircut that had the glasses on, that has the son with Jarvis, where Naziah's glasses were found in the back of the car. Like, I feel like she knows a little bit more too than what she was trying to say. The one that I think she drove like a Honda or a Maxima or something like that.
Again, I didn't, I've heard about her, but I didn't watch the whole, like I said, I didn't see the whole thing in its entirety to hear everything she said. So
she looked irritated to be in court. Like, she didn't want to cooperate, but they done found this girl's possessions in your damn car and you don't want to answer questions. She said her son had on Naziah's glasses.
Oh, well, hell no.
The little clear glasses. That's what she said.
That's what she said?
That's what she said. And she said that she told her son, don't put those glasses on. Where you get those glasses from? And she said Jarvis was there and said, oh, give me those. Those are my son glasses. So Jarvis said that the glasses belonged to his son when they're Naziah's glasses. They're clear glasses. They're clear glasses. One of his sons, he said the glasses belonged to one of his sons. But when I looked at pictures of Naziah when she was in school, those are the same glasses that they're saying that they showed in court that the little boy had, her son. And she allowed Jarvis to drive her car, which she said he never asked to drive her car. And he had her car for 2 days. So I feel like she assisted him in maybe getting rid of Naziah because he couldn't drive that white Escalade, which everybody knew him to be driving, which probably was a baby mama car, right?
Mm.
So I feel like she assisted him so that he could go unnoticed to put maybe get rid of Naziah in that car because nobody would suspect him in that car. And when she got the car back, it had damage.
That might be the getaway car.
It's a blue car. I done did my shit over here. I ain't gonna.
That might be the car. And I'm wondering like what this blue car that everybody was sending to me, the significance of this blue car with the missing bumper. And
that's the car.
Somebody showed me the street where the bumper is on Google Maps. So now I got to go back.
Like you ran into a fucking building, and that's how the car is damaged like that. And Naziah's glasses were in the back seat of that car, and he had looked like you know how you like give somebody a jump, like with the cables. It was one of those like machines.
I got to go back through my inbox now because I was wondering it's so much information coming through my inbox. And as you see, so many people calling me and inboxing me, like every inbox I get, every call I've gotten during the show, I've probably gotten 10 inboxes. Right. So I said she knows more, and I feel like she knew that. Like that didn't strike you as weird that he has a way of transportation to get around because they say he always uses the women's cars, huh? I didn't know the significance of that. I got to go back through my inbox now
and
find the pictures of the
cars. I feel like
cars.
she knows some more, and I feel like that Jarvis used her car to get rid of
because what I want to say is I think that was a recent Google picture of where the bumper is, and that bumper might still fucking be where they sent me the picture at. That's what I'm tripping off of right now. Like I got to go back through my inbox.
So I wondered if investigators check in maybe fingerprint or do some type of DNA analysis or whatever in the back of that car to even see if Naziah was in there, because why would her glasses be in that car? That was my question. And the car was gone for 2 days. Think about it. 2 days. Annette didn't report her missing, for 24 hours? I'm just kind of putting 2 and 2 together. I like to be investigative.
Yeah, like they had time to put together whatever plan, put down whatever play they wanted to, and they was giving themselves enough time by not reporting it in the right way to give the police the urgency that they needed to search like they did.
Well, I know too, I heard where Jarvis was telling this same girl that had the blue car to drive her mother's car and not to drive that car. And if police called, not to answer and or not to cooperate and or talk to them. I heard that as well. The same girl with the short hair. Why I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name. Shit, I should have wrote it down. But anyway, it's the girl that's at the preliminary hearing with the short hair, glasses, sitting up there with the attitude the whole entire time. But that was her car, the blue car that Naziah's glasses were found in the back of. That was gone for 2 days. And coincidentally, we didn't hear nothing about Naziah being reported until almost 2 days.
So now here's the thing that I'm remembering about the report now, because I want to say that it didn't reach DPD, I think, until a week later. And the reason that happened is because Annette didn't even report it to the police. She originally reported to DPS police
At the school.
right at the school, and that's why there was originally an investigation of DPS police on why they didn't report it correctly.
So when she got up in there, when she got
they was talking about they was talking about indicting some of the students up there at Neziah school because they didn't tell the police the truth. Yeah, I'm seriously.
That's wild. That's wild. So would it not have made sense? And did you not find it to be weird that when she got up the next morning, being that she said, "Oh, I'm not going to report it tonight. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to go to the police." You did not go to the police. Still, you still went to the
and because the DPS police didn't report it to DPD until a week later or something like that. That was why they were being investigated on who dropped the ball on that.
A week later.
Yeah, I think because like I said, I think the DPD didn't get the Detroit Police Department didn't get it, I believe, until the week after she came up missing.
So she was kidnapped, or I'm just saying worst case scenario. Do you know how far you can get in a week?
Yeah.
Shit, 2 days. 2 days. Let's say 2 days. You know how far a person can get with somebody.
You can be on the other side of the planet and shit, don't it?
Out of the country, shit, in 2 days.
A day, shit.
Wow. Yeah, they planned that shit. I'm sorry. They planned it, they put it together. They knew the amount of time it was going to take to get her out of the way, and whatever was planned. Jarvis is, of course, we know Jarvis is on. He did the shit. I feel like Annette probably, Annette too. She's in on it. She knows because, there's no way you can stay in the same house and this happens and you don't know. And I feel like Shannon might have had something to do or had her hand in.
If she was cool with her own daughter getting played with.
Mm-hmm.
By her husband. Mm-hmm. If she told her nieces, you might as well let them do it. What make you think Annette didn't know and she was just going along with it?
I'm floored by that. I'm floored. I am.
I mean, she was messing with him herself.
Messing with Jar. Talking about Annette messing with Jar. But I think I talked about that where we talked about the paint, going in the room and painting. Yeah. No wonder she be trying to dress young like Shannon and them. I saw some pictures of her. She don't dress like a grandma. She kind of dress.
She does not.
She kind of dressed like her daughters. And I see now. I don't know if it's guilt or I don't know.
She one of them grandmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
had on a new wig and everything in court. I was like, oh, okay. But she what was I gonna say? I see too. Shannon done dropped all that weight, like she trying to be fine for Jarvis or somebody. Oh, before we go.
No, she's probably stressed the fuck out, but
that too. She dropped a bunch of weight, but she was showing. I saw a picture of her in the gym, but she said she in the gym trying to lose weight or something like that. I think stress will have something to do with it too, because she dropped.
Yeah, that's an overlay for the underplay. So when people see her skinny as hell, they don't think she's smoking crack or stressed out. She want people to believe that she's slim on purpose. After all of this time, look how long she was chunky, and now now you made the decision. Okay,
she lost a bunch of weight from the recent picture. Like she ain't even got like a bunch of stuff. You would think she had like some kind of weight loss surgery. Is how she looks. I was like, is this the same person? And she was taking like,
or maybe she is trying to change her appearance because she doesn't want to look like what's circulating around on social media. So when people see her in person, they don't recognize who she is.
That too. Yeah. So one question, because I'm hearing that her youngest child may be King's child. What you know about it?
Who, Shannon?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, Shannon was sleeping with King as well.
He said it on the stand. I did see that part.
But King and Jarvis supposed to be like best friends, like for years.
Well, that'll lead you to question if King was messing with Neziah.
I think he did, and I said it on my show. I feel like he had something to do with it because this girl been coming to the shop all this time. You seeing her coming and going, and you know that Jarvis is messing with her when he go in that room. Because according to the video that I saw, now that I'm talking about it, did you see the video where one of the girls broke into the shop? Did you see that?
Yeah, that's the girl I was talking about earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, girl, why you show your car? Because she was showing way too much. But anyway, there was like a little bed or a cot or something in that room. And I said, damn it, that's where he was taking Neziah. And I ain't never been in the damn shop. But I said that had to be where he was taking Neziah, in that little room and sitting with her. And King working there, I feel like he was in there too.
Can I tell you something? That
Go
was
ahead.
the wrong shop.
Was it? Because that was all over what neighborhood talk and everywhere. So that's not the shop where Naziah was going to mess with him. So how many shops did he have?
It was 2 different shops that he was working at. He didn't have anything. He was a worker at the shops. Okay,
Well,
but
why
that
didn't
wasn't
it
one
sound
of
like
them.
he
That
was
shop was
older?
just one that was close to the dam. That's the one right across the street from the hotel.
See, they made it sound like he was the owner and that King was his like business partner or some shit like that. That's how it was presented to me. But okay, that makes sense.
There was a guy named Frank. It was Frank, somebody named Frank that owned the shops.
Because I got some pictures where Naziah and I want to say it's Shanna's daughter is standing outside and they look like they dancing, and Jarvis is like changing or fixing a tire or something like that, which proves that they were there with him.
I think I remember seeing that video.
I'll send it to you when we get off here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it when we get off here. Yeah. And I saw another picture of her inside the shop. I got a picture of her standing inside the shop. So it's proof that she was there. It's definitely proof that she was there.
And of course, the judge got all of that too. So
I'm sure they do. I know they got a lot of evidence. And I know they're watching our videos too.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're watching our videos and getting info.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this because I know you very busy, your phone blowing up. I appreciate you coming on my platform and blessing us with all this knowledge that you know about this case.
Yeah, man. And the plot continues to unfold, apparently.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this won't be the last time that you come by. I'm going to stay on this topic with Naziah. And I definitely would appreciate if you put a bug in Roxy's ear, because I definitely want to have a conversation with her about this too, because I know she's doing some stuff to kind of bring awareness to Naziah as well. So let me know about that.
Right,
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. So I was going to do questions, but we're going to let you go. I appreciate you, and you've answered pretty much.
I'll come back.
I'll come back. All my questions.
Let me sift through some of this madness in my inbox, but yeah, we'll do it again.
Sound good. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Leo. Right. Leo's all right.
Leo gang.
That's right. That's right. Have a good day. All right.
You too.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.